Hey guys, welcome back to the Gamer Play. I'm Dave the Usher. The game we're playing is Fast Food for the Atari 2600, and this game is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. I have everyone who is here with me back again, including Shadow Zach. Say hi, Shadow Zach.
Hello, Dave.
Awesome stuff. So we've been talking about fast food and kind of fast food stories. I don't know how the bathroom really got into this whole thing, but, you know, what can you do?
I'm sorry.
Anyway, the first job I ever had was an usher. In case you guys don't know, it was an usher, hence where I got my name, Dave the Usher. And even though I was an usher, you know, you were supposed to, you know, do some concession, work the cafe, work in the box office, taking tickets, that kind of thing. You know, you're supposed to do it all, basically. You're supposed to cross-train over time and get better at your job, of course, you know? That's how you get promoted. Anyway, I was working concession one time. They needed a little bit of help. It was pretty fast. So, you know, I was helping out the main guys who were working there, and I was asking them, all right, man, what do you need? What do you need? What are you running short on? The guy says to me, I need more ice. I need you to get me some more ice. For those of you who don't know where the ice comes from in the concession stands, there's a big, huge ice maker in the back behind the concession stands. Just this huge thing. It's like a huge bathtub enclosed behind some doors that just makes all this ice. What you do is you flop it up like a garage door, and you whip out this big, huge shovel, and you scoop the ice into this big bucket. You drag the bucket around, and you fill up the concession, you know, the soda boxes, and that's where they scoop your ice from. That's how it works. That's the process. Well, here's the thing. The shovel is not kept in a great area. The shovel was kept on the floor. The shovel was kept on the floor. This is not a sanitary thing, guys, and this is probably happening around movie theaters everywhere. And I'm probably blowing your minds right now that we kept this huge shovel, which we shovel the ice into the buckets, which goes into your drinks that then go into your mouth. We keep them on the floor where we walk with our dirty shoes. Now, you're not supposed to keep it on the floor. I never really knew the proper place to keep the big shovel, the big ice shovel.
I think it is on the floor.
But for a time, it was on the floor. You know, it's no big deal. It's on the floor, right? You know, it's not like we're putting the shovel into your drink. No, just the ice. So it's very sanitary.
Well, you know, law of probability. It's not touching every piece of ice that goes in there. Because remember, ice is going to be on top of that ice, right? So it's like a layer of ice protecting it.
That's true. I guess it's kind of like, you know, Russian roulette with ice.
So it's like, they'd be thanking you. You're playing a game with them every time they buy a soda. Playing a game. Did I get the good ice or the bad ice? Who
Maybe
knows?
it freezes the bacteria.
Yeah. Or preserves it.
That's too.
So anyway, we do have Shadow Zach here with us. Zach has also worked in fast food like Red Clock. But unlike Red Clock, who has never done anything naughty to someone's fast food, Zach is from a different breed. Zach, why don't you tell us a couple of your stories?
Well, coming right off your ice story, I remember one time our ice machines couldn't, you know, keep up with the capacity during this one summer. So, like, when that happens, we have to go get more ice in the back in the storage freezers. Well, our ice is just like frozen solid chunks. So I will get it, I slammed it on the ground. Not even thinking, it just went all over the back. And that back is filthy. But you know what? I'm scared, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble. So I just scoop it all back into the bucket.
Oh my god.
Dump it in the ice machine.
That's good. What about with food itself, Zach?
Oh man. One time, we were making a quesadilla. It's late at night. Nobody's in the lobby, so we get into the wrapper, right? And it falls off, right? Falls into the floor. It's like, oh man, we get all these orders. We just lost all of our quesadillas. Are in the floor. So we're all looking at each other. My friend picks it up, puts it in the bag, and he's like, "We're good." Like, we're all like, we're good.
Oh,
Throw it out the window.
we're good. Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Sometimes around like midnight or so, if like some like soccer moms will come in and order like these like $30-$40 grande meals. Half our tacos will be broken on purpose.
You break the tacos for them.
Yeah. You know, amazingly, nobody really ever comes back and complains about broken tacos. Like, yeah, broke your taco. You gotta eat that sloppy mess.
But Zach, have you ever spit or urinated into someone's food?
I've spat in people's food.
You've spat in people's food. You dirty bastard. Only in America, folks. Not really. Only in America. But anyway, Zach, what caused you to spit in someone's food, Zach? What caused this to happen?
Usually drunken idiots that come and, like, be dicks in the drive-thru. They get you spat in the food.
And this was at what eating establishment?
I can't say it, you know.
One of the big ones. One of the big ones,
We
I'm
serve
sure.
tacos.
So they're dicks to you. Basically, they kind of talk to you like an asshole over the mic.
Yeah.
What do
And
they say?
they
What do they
pull
say
up,
to
they-
you?
Oh, it's just like listening to drunken retards like yell and bitch at you while you're taking their order. Like, well, I'm typing in right. You're just slurring and don't know what you really want. Don't be mad at me.
So Zach decides to pull out a big ol' patooey.
Yeah.
Man, you see, folks, none of us are safe in the fast food industry.
It's usually burritos because you can really hide it good in the burritos. You just spit it in there, you smear it in refried beef real good.
Well, that's some we got the good guy Red Clock, the bad guy Shadow Zach.
Fucked up.
I want to see Red Clock and Shadow Zach working together at a fast food place. See what happens.
I'll never work fast food again. Fuck that.
Once you're done with fast food, you never want to go back there.
Last Rising, I believe you had another story, real quick.
Yeah, it's not really that much one. I was fucking at McDonald's with an actually really nice one, and I was just sitting there with my friends, and we heard this loud like pop, and someone ran into the bathroom, and you just hear these terrible noises and like groans coming from there, and this guy came out looking like terrible, and he looked so relieved and like and bad at the same time, and like half the store was like, "Are you alright?" He like walked out. I don't know. I thought that was
I think we've all had that feeling before. Hey Sever, do you have any stories besides hating McDonald's?
Yeah.
Why don't you share?
Well, when I was 5, my parents wanted me to make my first buy at Burger King by myself just to see if I could. And one time when I went there, I just felt the worst feeling in my life. Like, I felt anger and hate and just all put together, and I walked in there, and everything just went so slow for me because the floor was just so sticky and I couldn't really move my feet that well. I was a 5-year-old boy, and I just had so much trouble walking to the line. And there was a retirement center across the street.
What the fuck?
And because of that, a lot of old people would always go to the store, to Burger King, and they would have like gas tanks with them, trying to breathe. And I just think that these people just want to die, and they just want to try and kill themselves by eating as much junk food as ever. And I just felt so horrible for these people.
So
and
you thought about that when you were 5 years old.
I was a philosopher.
When you were 5 years old, that's were 5 years old. That's what you thought about, right?
I did.
That's
You're
Okay.
still 5, fucker.
I'm not done with my story.
okay. I'm sorry. Continue.
All right.
You have 2 minutes.
Good. So I finally reached the line, and I asked for a burger, one cheeseburger, even though my parents told me to get 3 for all of them. I forgot, and I just got 1 for myself. And she got the burger, and she told me how much it was. And now I realized that she saw that I had $5 in my hand, and my parents were planning on getting it for all of us. And so like she asked for the $5 anyway. So I think she ripped me off. I think she knew that fucking bitch.
It's
Well,
like
anyway.
stealing candy from a baby, huh?
Instead, it's $5.
Except it's
So.
money,
And
baby.
and when I got my hamburger, I left, and I just felt so horrible, and I never went to that Burger King in my life ever again.
Do you hate Burger King like you hate McDonald's?
No, I like Burger King better than McDonald's.
All right, so guys, we got about a minute left. Anything quick? Wrapping up here.
Did you ever have to clean like shit out the bathroom? Like, was somebody just go in there and take a shit on the
I
floor?
can gladly say I haven't.
I was
haven't
at
either,
a-
but
Go ahead.
Sounds great.
I was at a Walmart and I walked in there. Some guy just had projectile shit in the bathroom.
But
And
Zach,
the janitor came in. He was like, "Son of a bitch."
Zach, real quick, Zach, what did you have to clean up, Zach? Real
oh,
fast.
I never cleaned that shit up.
You've never cleaned up, but people have done some
Well, I
terrible
cleaned
things.
shit up, but not at a fast food place.
People have done some terrible things in your the place where
yeah.
you've worked at, right?
It's some guy that had like diarrhea. It dripped all in through the main lobby into the bathroom.
Well, Zach, just be thankful you didn't work at Subway because I've dropped a big one there. Anyway, guys, we've had a lot of fun swapping stories. I don't know how it always goes back to shit. And remember, folks, the next time you're going to eat some fast food, remember, does Shadow Zach work there? I'm Dave the Usher with Chillian, Pitching Ace, Last Rising, Red Clock, Severed, and Zach. See you later.